Kwame Nkrumah got married to an Egyptian woman in his bid to foster national unity towards his agenda of a united Africa. So when the coup took place in 1966, it got vandalized by angry mobs. That is why
he did a lot of things.
Okay.
Made a lot of change.
That very mango tree we see at the far end was planted by the late Nelson Mandela. He declared the independence right here in this park. We have Emperor Haile Selassie and Kwame Nkrumah. This page is his achievement.
My takeaway, even just in my everyday life, look forward, don't look back.
Yeah, exactly.
Just look forward.
Yes, I love
You need to have Nigerian party jollof, the smoky jollof.
Wow. Hello, lovely people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. I welcome you once again to GH Avatar channel. In case you come across this video, please, I beg you, subscribe, comment, and share this video to get to another person. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. I mean, those that you are following me for about 8 months now. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. As I go around the world, showing you historic places, beautiful places in the world, both Africa and Europe. Thank you, and I always expect you to support me. I'm here again with a mind-blowing video. In this video, we are going to learn about a visionary leader and a Pan-Africanist. Led his country to be the first country to gain independence from the colonial rule. Let's go to this video, and you are going to have the insight of Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Museum in Accra, Ghana. Thank you.
Osagyefo is just an account title he earned for himself after gaining Ghana's independence, which means the people's redeemer. So this is his last and final resting place. After the coup in 1966, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah went into self-exile in Guinea-Conakry, and that was where he lived the rest of his life until he fell sick and was flown to Romania, Bucharest, for medical attention. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. So he died at the age of 63 years old in Romania. Yes. So after his death, he was flown back to Guinea, where he received a 3-month state burial befitting a great leader of his statue. At the time of his death, his mother was still alive. She was 100 years old and blind due to old age. So at his mother's request, his remains was embalmed in a metallic casket flown from Guinea to Nkrofo here in Ghana, where he had his second burial, until Ghanaians felt the need to honor his legacy and give him the national recognition he deserves. That was when his remains was finally brought here to be buried, after the commissioning of this park in 1992. Kwame Nkrumah got married to an Egyptian woman in his bid to foster national unity towards his agenda of a united Africa. So after the coup in 1966, his wife went back to Egypt. While she was on her sickbed, she made a request, or one of her wishes was to be buried next to her husband. So in here we have 2 graves. When she died in Egypt, her remains was flown from Egypt to be buried here to this park. Yes.
So here is
This is the wife, Fatia.
Fatia.
This is the resting place of Fatia,
Sure.
his first wife. So yes, that stood in front of our old Parliament House just across the High Street. So when the coup took place in 1966, it got vandalized by angry mobs. Whilst he was on his diplomatic trip to Hanoi, just to show that when he was in the country, this was what was going to be done to him. So after it was being destroyed, a patriotic woman who supported Kwame Nkrumah retrieved the broken head and kept it to herself for 43 years. But she only returned it to the Information Service Department in 2009, anonymously. So till date, we still don't know the identity of this lady. Yeah. So in order to keep the history intact, that is why it has been kept separated from the body. Yes, please. Yeah. So we'll be walking through the audiovisual gallery, and in there you would see a display of Kwame Nkrumah's life in multimedia presentation.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. The trees we are observing on the park were planted by internal and external head of state when they visit the park. So that very mango tree we see at the far end was planted by the late Nelson Mandela. Yes. We have
the big tree right there?
Yeah, the mango tree.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have a tree also planted by the former president Robert Mugabe.
Wow.
Yes. Kwame Nkrumah being the first child of his mother, he was the only child of his mother. So his mother ensured that he enrolled him in the local Roman Catholic school where he excelled academically. And then he served as a pupil teacher at the age of 16 years old. Yes. So his quest for further education took him to the then Prince of Wales, now Achimota School, where he was trained as a teacher and began teaching across various Catholic schools within the Gold Coast. So he was a teacher by profession. He was always encouraged to study abroad due to his academic performance and brilliance. And the opportunity finally arrived in 1935, where he was awarded a scholarship to study at the Lincoln University in the United States of America. Yes. Obtaining his degrees in economics and sociology, he then continued to the University of Pennsylvania, where he obtained his master's in philosophy and education. Whilst abroad, he became deeply involved in Pan-African movement, inspired by leaders like Marcus Garvey and Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois. Yes.
Isn't there like a museum?
Yes, Museum Center
Yeah, there
for
is.
Du Bois. Yes, it's in Cantonment.
Within Cantonment.
Yes,
Oh.
Cantonment.
Okay.
So, in 1945, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, whilst he became deeply involved in Pan-African movement, he moved to England, where he co-organized the 5th Pan-African Congress in Manchester. The purpose of the meeting was to discuss the liberation of Africa. So he encountered prominent figures like Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya, George Padmo of South Africa, Julius Nyerere of Tanzania, Nnamdi Azikiwe. Yes. And this meeting proved decisive for the struggle of independence in Africa. So his activism attracted Ghanaian politicians who invited him to the Gold Coast to serve as their general secretary in the United Gold Coast Convention. It was the first political party formed in the Gold Coast. So he arrived from London and quickly began his job of creating the awareness for the need for local Gold Coasters to support the new movement towards independence. As an individual, he believed in self-government and immediate self-government. So, due to ideology, he broke away from the first political party because they believed in self-government in a progressive way. But he believed in immediate self-government. So he broke away from the first political party and formed his own party, the CPP, Convention People's Party, with the slogan Independence Now. So in 1950, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, he called for immediate self-government by declaring Positive Action Campaign.
Okay.
It was an attempt to put pressure on the British colonial government to grant self-government to the Gold Coast, which involved general strikes, non-violent protests, and going against colonial authorities.
Okay.
Services all over the country were interrupted, looting took place, and Kwame Nkrumah was arrested and sentenced to the James Ford prison for 3 years. The James Ford prison, which is in Jamestown, not far from the park. But whilst he was in prison, his popularity grew, and his political party, the CPP, went ahead to win the Gold Coast first general election. So that led to his premature release from the James Ford prison
Okay.
in 1951, appointed the leader of government business, by the British authorities. He focused on industrialization, building state houses, promoting economic self-sufficiency, and also working on his agenda of a united Africa. He continued to push for the independence of the Gold Coast, which he finally achieved on 6th of March 1957. He declared the independence right here in this park, where the bronze statue has been mounted.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Which was very symbolic, because these grounds used to be a recreational center for the British colonial government, where they played the polo games. But it was a restricted area to black people. So symbolically, he chose to declare the independence right here in this park.
Okay.
Just to show that no longer will any black person be restricted in any part of the country.
Okay.
So on that day, the name changed from Gold Coast to Ghana. Ghana means the warrior king, named after the ancient empire, wealthy empire that flourished between the 3rd to 14th century. Today, Ghana can be found in present-day Mali.
Yeah.
So in 1960, 1st July, Ghana became a republic. Because after Ghana gained independence in 1957, Queen Elizabeth II was still the head of state, whilst he was the prime minister. So in 1960, Ghana fully became a republic, and he was sworn in as the first president of the Republic of Ghana. And he is celebrated as the founder of Ghana because he fought for Ghana's independence.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So this is a short history about Kwame Nkrumah's history. Kwame Nkrumah's background, early life. And as we are proceeding, you see other monuments that shows his legacy.
Okay.
And the tour will provide a deeper understanding of how his visions influences not just Ghana, but had a profound effect on other nations as well.
Okay.
So from here, we'll be walking to the museum.
Okay.
We'll be walking to see more of his.
All right.
Okay. So welcome to the museum. So in here you'd see the metallic casket that was used to transport his remains from Guinea to Nkrofo. In this space we also have the mattress, the mirror he used during his studies at the Lincoln University, the United States of America. So in this photograph, it's Kwame Nkrumah and his mother when he first arrived in the Gold Coast, honoring the invitation of the first political party to serve as their general secretary from London, when he first arrived from London. Yeah. So you can see he's fresh from London swag. This is an aerial view of where he was born, in Nkrofo. Yeah.
Where is that?
It's in your waist. Yeah, it's in your body. Yeah.
And this is the delegation that was sent from Ghana to Egypt to contract the marriage between himself and the Egyptian woman, Fatia. Okay, so he sent this delegation, but he was not in the picture. He didn't go to Egypt, but he sent the delegation, chief from the southern and northern part of Ghana. Yeah. And this is the lady, Fatia, and their two children. Yeah.
Wait, the kids live here?
Okay, so the three of them are still surviving. Yes. And Gamal is a journalist in Egypt. And Samia is also an active politician here in Ghana. And the last born, who is a male, is also a lecturer in the United States of America. But I must say, before he got married to his first wife, he already had a son with a woman called Fanny Heritabila. Yes, but she was a half British, half Ghanaian woman. But they were never married. They only had a child together. Yeah, 4 kids. So when they first met in person, Kwame Nkrumah was a bit shy. Okay, so that's one of his mentors, Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so please, the broken statue you saw outside, this is how originally it used to look like. Yes. And when Cassius Clay visited, Muhammad Ali visited, he took a picture with it. That's Cassius Clay right there. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali.
Oh, standing next to it.
When you
Oh,
visited,
okay.
yeah. Okay, so these gentlemen are popularly known as the Big Six. And they are the gentlemen printed on our bills. Yes. So they were the leaders of the first political party. And he joined them to become their general secretary. Like I said earlier. And this is the father of our former president, Akufo-Addo. Yeah. So when he was released from prison, from the James Ford prison, a photograph of the Independence Declaration. Yes, where we saw. And when he was sworn in as the first president of Ghana. And so after Ghana gained independence, Queen Elizabeth couldn't come to Ghana because she was pregnant. So she sent her cousin, Princess Marina, to represent her. Yes. But she eventually came to Ghana in 1961. We have her dancing with Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah.
Been done before, like 1990?
Yeah, I mean, they claimed he had broken one of their protocols that no one is allowed to touch the queen. But
I think it's a form of like,
Yeah.
you know, he's equal, you know.
yeah, she actually requested to dance with him.
That's good.
So one of the reasons why he became a target was his alignment with the Eastern Bloc during the Cold War. Yeah.
Oh, you said that's why you became a target.
Yes. Yeah. You know, the coup d'etat, there were internal and external reasons that led to the coup d'etat. Yeah.
Hi guys, how are you?
So we have Emperor Haile Selassie and Kwame Nkrumah during the formation of the Organization of African Unity, which is now African Union. We have the headquarters in Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is one of 2 countries that didn't have a colonial master. Yes, that didn't have a colonial master. Liberia. Yeah. Okay, these are some few items he used during his presidency. Yeah. And we have the official desk he used when he was a president. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll allow us to explore this space. This space is his achievement and his gifts he received. You know, because he wanted to develop Ghana based on science and technology, he introduced the University of Science and Technology. Yeah, so in this space, he initiated a lot of industries, which is depicted here. So just go through it and you can see.
This is the adult mirror.
Yeah, that's the anime picture.
That's it. Right, right. Hi guys, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I can see you before social, but we can do this together, right?
Yes, all
Yeah,
together. All
sure.
together.
So where do you from?
U.S.
US?
Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All three of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's today so this is your first time in Africa?
Yes.
It is. Yes.
Okay. And you choose Ghana?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So when I say Akwaba, do you understand Akwaba?
Akwaba.
Yeah.
What does
I
that
forgot.
mean?
Wait, I know, but I
Yeah. You
New Year's greeting.
No.
It's a
Welcome.
greeting.
You're welcome. Wow.
Welcome.
Wow. I give you thumbs up for that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Akwaba to all of you.
Thank you.
Okay. So my name is Ishmael.
Ishmael, nice
Yes,
to meet you.
and I welcome you to GH Avatar on my show. It's good to have you. Yeah. So we are standing right here in Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Museum, right? Yes. I've seen you around. You've gone to places. You walked the grave, and that of a wife, Fatia Nkrumah. Yes, and also you've been into the gallery and all that. So
Yes.
what will be your takeaway from this museum? So I'm gonna start with you, my dear.
Hi. Yeah. So my first takeaway is how Ghana gained its independence, and it made me think about my own family, my own culture. So my family,
Okay.
we're from Haiti, which is the first Black republic in the Western Hemisphere. We gained our independence from France in the
Okay.
war on January 1st, 1804. So we celebrate every 1st of July our independence. And so
Wow.
I feel like we're meant to be here at this moment because, this is the first country we visited in Africa, and we have similar backgrounds. So I'm very grateful to be here.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that to my audience. And you?
My takeaway, I really like his quotes that we don't look east or west, but we face forward. And as people of color, Black people,
Okay.
I feel like in any of our cultures, we all do that.
Okay.
And I really like that. Even just in my everyday life,
Everyday
look
life.
forward, don't look back.
Yes.
Exactly.
Just look forward.
Yes, I love that. So you mean forward ever, backwards never.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Definitely agree.
How are you, my
With-
dear?
Good. I
Yeah.
agree with
The
my
two
two
of
friends.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really informative, and I also feel like I know Ghana more, know about the
Yes.
history.
Okay.
So I'm really glad we came here to know more about the history, know more about the culture of
Okay.
Ghana.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So before we end it, I want to ask you, how long have you been in Ghana since you, how long have you been here? Today
Maybe
the
like
third
2
time.
weeks.
2 weeks now.
Yes.
Okay. Have you had a chance to taste any of Ghanaian cuisine? Can you
Yes.
remember the name? Any differences compared to America?
I don't know, like banku and tilapia.
Wow. Wow.
Wache.
Okay.
Yeah, goat.
Goat. Yes.
Yeah.
Goat.
And
All
jollof,
the
of
goat.
course.
Jollof.
Jollof.
Yeah, Ghana jollof.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we
Okay.
had palm wine for the first time too.
Yes.
Bissap
And
is my favorite now.
Bissap, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bissap, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
but-
a good food.
Yeah. But do you remember the local name of Bissap drink that you
The
the
local
Ghanaian?
name?
Yeah.
No. Isn't that called bisa?
I thought Bissap is what it's called.
What is it?
Okay, so I'm gonna help you. That is called sobolo.
Sobolo.
Sobolo. Yeah, it's a
Sobolo.
Bissap drink you had.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what it's
Bissap.
called.
Yeah, yes, the local
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 name.
name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sobolo.
All right.
In the Caribbean,
It
we
was
know it as like sorrow drink, so
Sorrow.
it's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was
All
good.
right,
She
guys.
keeps asking for it.
Yeah, I do, and they always out. I need to
Okay.
bring a gallon with me back home.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you once
Nice to
again.
meet you
And
too, man.
I'd like to conclude by saying you should feel at home. I don't know when you are going back to the States. I was in the States and I think summer August for 2 weeks. I was in New Jersey, New York, Washington DC. There I was in African American
I wanna go
heritage.
there.
You want to go there? I have it. You're gonna
have you
see?
been there?
I went there.
You went?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to go so bad.
Wow,
We can
that
go
is-
again.
yeah. I think they have a ripple reflect of this history. You
Nice.
see Dr. Kwame Nkrumah history and everything. I have it on my channel. I'm gonna premiere it and you're gonna say,
Okay.
you know,
I'll
it's
definitely
so.
watch.
Yeah. So nice to meet you guys
Nice to
again.
meet you too. Thank you for having us.
Okay. Yeah. Bye bye. Where are you from?
London.
London.
We're
Wow.
from the UK, but I'm Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay,
She's
by birth
also Eritrean, so we're your fellow African
African.
sisters.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. So I love it so much, when I meet my,
Yeah,
fellow Africans
yes,
here.
no, of
So I welcome you to GH Avatar.
Thank you
You
for
know,
having us.
Thank you. Yeah, I promote Africa, to the world. So I welcome you to my show.
Thank you.
So we are here in this historical museum, called Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Museum. Yes, I saw you going around having pictures,
Yeah.
reading walls, some of his speeches and all that.
Yeah.
What will you say to be your takeaway, as you are going back to Europe, that you're gonna share with people?
He did a lot of things.
Okay.
Made a lot of change, which is very impressive to see.
Okay.
A lot of positive change for Ghana.
Yes.
Very instrumental to the progress. I feel like he really came in with independence because he's the first president after independence.
Yes, please.
So it's a very pivotal moment in Ghana's historical history. It was interesting to see his grave as well, where he's buried. It was interesting to know that he didn't die in Ghana, but they brought him back to Ghana and they were able to get him back here. I think it's very important to have our historical figures back in the motherland, as well as our gold and jewelry and our diamonds when they're ready to bring it back to you.
Sure.
So yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much. But how long have you been here in Ghana so far, and when do you intend going back?
We've been in Ghana for a week. It's not my first time in Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as we said, I'm Nigerian, so we're neighbours.
Yeah,
so,
we are neighbors. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's my good friend's first time in Ghana. How are you finding
Yeah.
it so far? Would you
Yeah,
come back
Ghana?
to Ghana?
Yeah, I had a really good time. So.
Okay.
I think she found the market, Matoka market, a bit
Makola.
Makola market,
Makola market.
a bit
You were there?
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Okay. The people,
Yeah.
a lot of people, noisy.
There's a lot of people. Huh? No, it wasn't noise.
You were that noisy.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
There's just a lot going on.
Oh, okay, exactly. So you saw the women trading a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of goods. We saw
Okay.
like shea butter,
They have everything.
material, handmade clothes,
Okay.
hair. My friend bought some hair even.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw a lot of
A lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of culture to see
Culture.
here in Ghana.
Okay, thank you. I want us to talk about a bit about Ghanaian food. Yeah, she's our neighbor.
Yeah.
And there has been this challenge or fight between jollof rice.
Oh.
You know about it?
Listen,
Ghana and
I've
Nigeria
eaten
jollof.
a lot of Ghanaian jollof here, and I
Okay.
have to say, Nigerian jollof is undefeated. I'm afraid. Nigerian jollof is undefeated.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, you said so. Meaning, audience, I know you're going to do a lot of comments here because remember I interviewed someone.
Undefeated.
I interviewed someone in Dortmund, and they were like, even they had one Poland friend and then that of Moroccan friend. They were like, Ghana jollof is not the best. No Gambia, no Nigeria. Ghana is champion.
You need to
So
have
many-
Nigerian party jollof,
Wow.
the smoky jollof.
Wow, this
And
smoky
me,
one.
don't get me wrong, me, I like Ghanaian jollof, but if I'm
Okay.
to rate it,
Uh-huh. You stand by Nigerian
I have
one.
to stand by Nigerian one.
Okay.
But although I like basmati rice,
Uh-huh.
but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
welcome.
What is your official language? Or maybe you're looking at your
Tigunya.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you say hello to your fellow country people in
yeah.
your language? Also to tell them to follow GH Avatar in your language.
My language. I can say salam, kamelahom, follow Gborona to channel.
GH Avatar.
GH Avatar.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo. My sister, now this one, your Ghana brother, they here,
Yeah.
as we talk to the world, make it tell your fellow Nigerians, in your,
Please,
which
go
state
follow
do you
my
come from?
brother's channel. That's why you can GH
Avatar. Avatar. Okay. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And nice to talk to you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too.